Hi, sweeties. It's Robin here. Welcome to my channel, Oracle Rising. So, I wanted to talk about limiting beliefs today because I think we all kind of suffer from them. And I've been working on a strategy for myself. And yes, I still have limiting beliefs. And because I was writing them here, hold on, I have my notebook here. I was writing them out. And, I do a lot of spiritual work, but check this out. How many pages do I have? Four, one, two, three, four. And I've started a fifth page on this giant notebook. I'm not going to share them with you. Maybe just a couple because I think that they're pretty common. So negative beliefs, we're not born with them, okay? So we do pick them up along the way. I want to give you guys a really sort of classic example of limiting beliefs. If you've ever seen the movie The Truman Show, how like Truman wanted to leave where he was living, but he was too afraid of the water to cross it. And anytime he would consider, crossing the bridge to leave the little town he was stuck into, there would be a storm and the sea would kick up. And that was all, as we know, if you've seen the movie, generated, man-made, right? So, and I find that this is really particularly something that light workers and starseeds and obviously everybody needs to overcome in their life in order to be completely fulfilled and also not be attacked by that inner saboteur constantly. Okay, so I want to just give a little bit of advice, and I hope this helps you guys release some shackles from yourself. So I guess the first thing you might want to do is think about anything that your inner saboteur says to you, and it can come into play about your physical body, when you tell yourself you're not attractive enough, or your body isn't the right size and shape, or to do with your success. And I'll just read a couple of particularly my father would always tell me that I would never be successful at anything and that I never finished what I was doing. So, and the thing about a limiting belief, it becomes part of your subconscious programming, okay? So that you will start to, and this is why it's so important to release limiting beliefs, all right? So, because I heard that so much and I was just a little kid, just trying to find out what I enjoyed in life, and my dad was like super highly critical. So this belief that I would never be successful and that I never finished anything actually becomes part of my subconscious programming. And then my mom always told me, she always told me how ugly I was. So I was never very confident in the way I looked. So that started a whole thing too. Yeah, I have a bunch here, but some of them are super personal. But anyway, so if you look at some of the patterns in your life that you're really not enjoying, it probably is because of some subconscious programming. And maybe it came from a parent or a relative, or, really toxic teacher, or just maybe even some television programming that you were watching. Okay, so I just start to listen to that inner saboteur and maybe keep a little tiny notepad. Like I keep one with me almost constantly and a pen. And when you catch a negative thought, make sure you write it down, okay? And then maybe you can even think about where did that come from, or even if you can't find the origin of it, make sure you write it down. And I'm going to give you an example of, okay, I'll take this one because it really, really effed me up, beyond all belief. So I'm just going to talk about that for a second and how horrifying it was for me. As a child, really, really young, as long as I could remember, almost anytime I would walk into a room, my mom would always tell me how ugly she thought I was, and she would say things like, oh, the closer you get, the uglier you get. And, you know, like, you have eyes like a pig. They're so tiny and squinty. So that's why I wear makeup all the time, you know? And I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to heal all of it, but I wrote here, the belief that I am ugly has nothing to do with me, right? And then just getting to the root of that has nothing to do with me. I never told myself that I was ugly. I never told myself that I would never be successful. And then just, like I say, you know, thank you for trying to keep me safe, because that's what a subconscious belief does. A limiting belief is trying to keep you safe. It is trying to keep you in line with something that you were told about yourself. And then I wish it goodbye. Okay, so I just really think that this is going to be super helpful for you guys to do this exercise, and you could just see how much of what it is, like the lies that you're telling yourself, and why you might be having this almost like demonic inner dialogue where you're like, oh, you just feel so, like, it's not a comfortable feeling when you're the voice in your head is telling you all these horrible things about yourself, and you're like, oh, you know, you just want to sit down and cry in the shower and rock back and forth. But I mean, I just really want to recommend that you try doing this so that you can reach your full potential and feel really, really safe and comfortable in your skin. And, you know, there's nothing wrong, you guys. I'm just going to say this too. Like, if you have this type of toxic influence in your life, it could be coming from a narcissistic parent, or it could be coming even from a narcissistic partner, an abusive partner. Like, it's okay to leave people behind in an attempt to preserve yourself, because emotional abuse is like, it's so horrible. It's something that is so difficult to recover from. And I think that people saying to you that, you know, you look fat in that outfit, or, you know, you really suck at doing this, and like just saying negative things, is, I think that's a form of abuse. So if you're still currently experiencing that, I just want to empower you to either, you know, if it's safe for you, to stand up for yourself and say, listen, I'm not going to take this from you anymore. And I don't think it matters who it is. If it's not a safe environment, I just really want to empower you to find somewhere safe for yourself. And, you know, if you have children and fur babies, you know, just to get away from that, and then slowly start to work on empowering yourself by saying, listen, I'm not the one that ever told myself that I'm useless, I'm not talented, you know, I'm hideous, like all of this stuff. So you can come back from that. And if you guys have any questions, you could just let me know in the comments. My email address is oraclerising2@gmail.com if you need to reach out without like publicly stating what's going on in your life, because I get that too. So anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you really soon. Namaste, guys. Love and light. Bye.